Who doesn't dream of being a movie star? They appear confident, sexy, happy and brave, an irresistible combination. But is it all just an illusion? Picture this. It's evening in London and socialite Rita Simmons is parking her car when suddenly, bam, she's in trouble. But this isn't a film set. There are no cameras rolling. Out of nowhere, action movie star Tom Cruise comes to her rescue. As astonishing as that sounds, this wasn't a fluke. In fact, Tom Cruise has rescued people in real life at least 5 times. And he's not alone. While you watch Tom Cruise pretend to be a hero in countless blockbusters, he may have been literally acting his way into becoming a real-life hero, happier, more in love, and more confident. What if I told you that emerging science suggests you can do the same? We've heard for decades that positive thinking can transform us. But research now points to something possibly more powerful. Acting. Acting happier, acting more confident, acting brave, and even acting in love, just like a movie star. Because maybe it's not what you think, maybe it's how you act. My name is Albert Nerenberg, and I'm a laughologist. My job involves getting groups of people to laugh, but I don't rely on jokes. Instead, I use laughter exercises. One day, a skeptic stood up during a session and shouted, "Hey, this is all fake." He wasn't wrong. The exercises start with acting out laughter, which then triggers genuine laughter. This incident sparked a strange thought. If we can act our way into laughter, can we act our way into other states, like courage, happiness, or even heroism? Consider Tom Cruise again. In his films he plays valiant heroes who appear at the last second to save the day, just like that scene from Mission: Impossible 3. Now he seems to be doing the same thing in real life. Coincidence? Or is it possible that if you act a certain way long enough, you become it? Poets and actors have long suspected this. Leonard Cohen said, "Act the way you'd like to be, and soon you'll be the way you act." Actors often admit that playing a part can spill over into real life. Does this apply to all of us? We know we are what we eat, but perhaps we are also what we act. Emerging science in many fields suggests this is not only possible but likely. Professor Lawrence Staines was astonished by research showing how faking it can help people transform. He compiled the evidence in a groundbreaking Men's Health article. Pretending to be confident, happier, more extroverted, even younger or more cheerful can genuinely change us for the better. We dislike fakery, so we overlook its power. But what if you could change your life by acting the way you want to be? Plenty of books and theories promise happiness, yet results are inconclusive. Are we happier? Who knows? But what if the answer is right in front of us? What if you just act happy, triggering the body's biological basis of joy? If anyone is the poster child for acting happy, it's Madan Kataria, once a serious doctor, now the world's leading laughter guru. Initially, people insisted his methods were bullshit, but Kataria has now inspired a global laughter yoga movement. Its premise, act out laughter until it becomes real. In many places, acting out laughter has measurably improved people's moods and health. Kataria points out a cultural divide. In the West, we're logical and skeptical. We ask why before we laugh. In India, people just laugh and feel better. Despite initial opposition, laughter yoga thrives, based entirely on acted behavior. If acting happy can make you happy, can acting depressed make you depressed? Depression levels are sky high in modern society, and Dr. Gabor Mate believes one reason might be how we act physically. Humans evolved as mobile hunter-gatherers. We learned through action, not just thought. Civilization immobilized us. We sit for hours, living in our heads and abandoning our bodies. Consider Sarah, who spent most of her life frowning without noticing it. She joined an experimental treatment where people with major depression had their frown muscles weakened with Botox. Surprisingly, it helped. This approach, developed by Dr. Eric Finzi, suggests that negative expressions feed negative emotions. By preventing a frown, they improved mood, literal proof that our facial posture can shape our reality. If we can reverse engineer happiness or depression, what about confidence and pride? Researchers in Burkina Faso found the victory pose is universal. Even blind athletes do it when they win, arms raised in triumph. Harvard psychologist Amy Cuddy took this further with power posing. By adopting expansive, powerful stances, people feel and appear more powerful, optimistic, and creative. Though her work sparked controversy, the idea caught on. Many find it helpful in boosting confidence. Tom Cruise's heroics might be one puzzle piece, but look at other stars. Harrison Ford, Vin Diesel, Kate Winslet, Jennifer Lawrence, Clint Eastwood and more have all stepped into heroic roles off-screen. Why? Psychologist Philip Zimbardo's concept of heroic imagination suggests that if you have mental pictures of heroism, like actors do, you're more likely to spring into action. Actors practice these scenes repeatedly, building a mental library of heroic responses. But what about the dark side? Actors playing disturbed or violent characters sometimes meet tragic ends, as in the case of Heath Ledger or Corey Monteith. Dr. Mate suggests that roles feed into underlying patterns we already have, for good or ill. Across the board, action seems to trump thought. Studies show we learn faster through mimicry, stand taller to feel stronger, and speak aloud to remember better. This new field, embodied cognition, insists that our minds and bodies are one integrated system. Thought is physical. Laughter, smiling, even just changing your posture can shift what you see and how you feel. If acting can influence happiness, confidence, and heroism, could it also strengthen love? Dr. Robert Epstein found that arranged marriages, where couples initially feel no choice, can lead to genuine love over time because people act loving until it becomes real. He's tested love hacks, like sustained eye contact or repeatedly saying, "I love you," and found they can create genuine affection. Yet, as researcher Sarah Vanderschaft discovered, these new love hacks and power poses are basic acting exercises. Theatre training involves trust falls, soul-gazing, and mirroring, just like Epstein's love techniques and Cuddy's power poses. Actors often fall in love during rehearsals. No surprise, given the exercises mimic exactly what fosters real intimacy. If all these discoveries are true, what's stopping us from acting our way into better lives? Fear. We worry that acting is dishonest, that we must be authentic. But maybe authenticity includes flexibility, trying on roles that improve our well-being. Shakespeare said, "All the world's a stage. We're acting anyway." The difference between you and Tom Cruise might be that he isn't afraid to act. The science is new and controversial, but it suggests we can rehearse happiness, confidence, and love. So I tried a public experiment at Idea City, a serious conference of thinkers. I got them to try laughter, power poses, and love exercises. The result? Laughter, fun, and a surprising willingness to act. If we embrace acting more broadly, acting happier, more confident, more loving, who knows how it could transform us? Tom Cruise continues daring stunts. Harrison Ford keeps rescuing people, laughter yoga spreads, and researchers propose training ourselves to be braver. Our bodies have always been part of the equation. Maybe all it takes is a willingness to play a part, to act. As that skeptic said to me years ago, this is all fake. True. And perhaps that's exactly what makes it so powerful.